This is the formula making my clients $25,000 or more a month on LinkedIn. I've helped dozens of people do this in about a dozen different niches, and it's not how you think. It's not the typical LinkedIn strategy. My strategy costs less than $100 a month. It takes less than 60 minutes a day, and it's actually incredibly simple once you understand it. We've been able to do this for quite a few different people, and it's not just bullshit. It's not just fluff. Like, we actually get real results. I really do this. Here's a sales coach or an agency coach. We help make over $90,000. Here's an agency owner we help get from 50 to 80K a month. Agency owner we help get from 0 to 10K a month with a 9 to 5. Here's an agency we booked them 32 calls in 40 days and a bunch of other results here. As you can see, feel free to slow this down. You can see this isn't just a joke. I really actually do this, and I've been doing this for a long time. And today I'm going to help you execute on this exact strategy. Step 1, craft a perfect profile. This means that every little thing in the profiles that we go and create, and we've done this dozens and dozens of times, are literally perfect. Every single space in your profile is intentional, and we use it to build trust with our prospects. Okay, I don't care about some truck driver from Wyoming that clicks on our profile. I care about our target prospects and building trust with them. So we sell one service to one specific niche. We want to be specific. We want to speak directly to our prospects. That leads into the next little piece of profile here. We are hyper specific. We speak our prospects' language. We know their pains. We know their dreams. We know what type of offer is going to be valuable for them and will make a big dent in their revenue. We'll save them money, make them money, or save them time. Hopefully a combination of all three. We make our profiles skimmable. So we use numbers, statistics. We use parentheses, quotation marks. We have differentiating line lengths, long line, short line, medium line, so on and so forth, to make our profiles skimmable. Incredibly important. Where someone clicks on your profile, they're probably not going to read the whole thing. So you want to make it easy for them to get the gist of what you do. Next, we position ourselves as high status, highly competent, and clean. All right. It's very important to position yourself as these three things, but maintain humanity and be warm and be fun and be casual. All right. Don't be like Ty Frankel is a LinkedIn professional who's been, at this since 2012. He has made over $3.5 million in his tenure. And like, no. Hi, I'm Ty Frankel. I've been doing social media since 2020. Started in music in 2012. Started my entrepreneurship path, XYZ. You want to be human, but maintain that sophistication. All right. So we craft a perfect profile. Then we get into step 2. We put out 2 to 3 posts a week, not a day, a week. Building a brand on LinkedIn is a scam. And here's exactly why. People tell you, build a brand on LinkedIn, build a big personal brand. Okay, well, that's going to take you 3 hours a day. You're going to need to send 50 to 100 comments a day, build relationships with all these creators so they start commenting on your posts and your post gets exposed to their audience. And maybe one day in the distant future, you'll book 10 calls a month and half are going to be unqualified. I'm teaching you a way here that you spin up a brand new profile. You start putting 2 to 3 posts out a week, spend 30 minutes on content a week, no comments. You don't even need to reply to your own comments, and you're going to book 5 to 10 or more sales calls a week here and make over $25,000 a month very, very quickly. So you want to make content supplemental. You want to educate. You want to provide insights. You want to add value. You want to put in some belief stuff. You want to showcase your client results. You want to tell stories and teach lessons. Content is very, very important, but you don't need it at the volume that you may think to actually get clients on LinkedIn. And that's what I'm trying to help you do. And then you nurture the audience that you get in the next step. Let's get into that. Step 3, you connect with 200 people every single week. You use LinkedIn Sales Navigator or the LinkedIn native platform. Sales Nav, you can target significantly better. You want to hyper target your connection requests. Don't send a connection request out to someone that you don't think is qualified for your offer financially, based on niche, based on geography, and so on. Use Boolean filters and exclusions on LinkedIn. So if you put a keyword in LinkedIn Sales Navigator and you put not this keyword, not that keyword, it's going to remove all those people from your list. So you get a targeted list. You use exclusions on keywords. You use exclusions on titles. I'm not looking for head of marketing. I'm not looking for intern. I'm not looking for sales development representative, okay? And then you use exclusions on geography as well to make sure that you are getting a targeted list. And then you make sure they're active on LinkedIn. So whenever I send a connection request, I'm looking at their profile picture. I'm looking at their tagline. I'm looking potentially on their profile to see, hey, has this person invested at least a little bit into their profile? And also, when's the last time that they were active? When's the last time they posted a post? When's the last time they sent a comment? The more active they are, the more likely they are to accept your connection request and reply to your DM. All right, so that's step 3, connect with 200 people every single week. Max that out. That's when LinkedIn limits you at 200 a week. Step 4, you're going to DM everyone who accepts your connection request. Use my DM frameworks. No hard pitches, multiple touch points. I'm going to someone's profile. I'm endorsing their skills. I'm following their company page. I'm liking a post or two. Maybe I'm sending them a comment to humanize myself. And you do this all in a very specific way. You want to start a multi-thread conversation. You talk about personal and you talk about business in the same conversation. LinkedIn is social selling. You're building a connection, a human connection with your prospects while you are building a business connection with your prospects, okay? And foreshadowing value and adding value and making authority building observations, okay? And showcasing your social proof. It's very important to get this right, to use multi-thread conversations. Next, you want to use sales assets and social proof. Do you have any lead magnets that you can send to prospect that are valuable, that help them get a quick win, and that are detached from the sale? Send them the lead magnet, send them value, foreshadow introductions with other people that are relevant and valuable to them. And the more value you add that's detached from the sale, the closer you're going to get to the sale while you're prying pain points and asking questions. And then you can use voice messages for extra power. Typically, you'll book a call every 10 DMs you send once you master the frameworks. That's why I say jump into LinkedIn Client Lab. You will book a call 1 in every 3 to 5 voice messages that you send. And I have a voice message masterclass inside of LinkedIn Client Lab. It is so powerful. If you get the tonality right, if you get the framework right, send a 60-second voice message, send 3 to 5 of them, and you'll book a call. You can book a call every 5 to 10 minutes. It's crazy, and no one's taking advantage of it. Step 5, after we DM everyone who accepts, we book 1 out of 10 DMs into sales calls. We've done this in a dozen niches consistently. We get about a 20 to 35% reply rate, and we book 1 out of 10 DMs we send into a sales call. Do the math on that. 200 connections sent. You get a 40% connection request accepted rate. That's 80 new connections a week. You start conversations with every single person who accepts. You're going to book 8 sales calls a week. And the cool thing about LinkedIn and with the strategy that I employ for myself and for my clients is that they're going to be super qualified. You're picking and choosing who to reach out to compared to a strategy where it's relying on inbound leads where you don't know who's going to book a call with you. Okay. About half of those inbounds are going to be unqualified. About 80 to 90% of these outbounds with your profile, with content set up, will be qualified. So that's a beautiful thing. And that's a 5-step process. I scaled my business from 0 to 40K a month. In 6 months doing this, I've scaled about a dozen other businesses to 25K plus a month on behalf of my clients and for my clients doing this with this exact strategy. This video is great. It's fantastic, but you're going to need to go a little bit more in depth or significantly more in depth to actually understand the strategy in depth to go and book calls consistently. And LinkedIn is the best client acquisition platform on the market right now. No one does what we do. No one takes advantage of LinkedIn like this. They're either posting 7 posts a week, relying on inbound leads, or hard pitching in the DMs. No one's mastered profile content and DMs like we have, and you will learn everything inside of LinkedIn Client Lab. Here's what you get: bi-weekly live training calls and recordings to those calls as well. It's an hour a week with me. I usually charge $1,000 an hour. We do 2 of these every single month. You get in there, you ask your questions. We go in depth into these DM campaigns that are making 25, 30K plus a month and break them down step by step, DM by DM, word by word, letter by letter. Next, you get my 33 genius level DM strategies. Every single strategy that we employ in the DMs, you get access to inside of LinkedIn Client Lab. There's a video and text accompanying it to make sure that you understand at the highest level what you need to do to go and book calls on LinkedIn consistently and predictably. Next, you get my 6 game-changing masterclasses. Okay, I have over 6 hours of masterclasses inside of LinkedIn Client Lab, and I'm going to be updating this and adding on to it as well as we go. You'll learn how we get a 30% plus reply rate, even in saturated niches. There's no such thing as saturation. If you execute on this strategy and you get really good at it. Okay. There's only saturation if you're mediocre. So you'll learn how to be part of that 0.01% that's executing on LinkedIn at the highest level, even in saturated niches. You'll learn the exact framework behind signing six-figure deals in the DMs, which I've done multiple times. And then you get private community access. Okay. You'll be able to network with other big time business owners booking 20 plus calls a month. You'll be able to get instant feedback on your profile content and DMs to make sure you're not wasting any time and you're doing things correctly. And then you'll get access to these safeguarding strategies that we pop into the community as well relatively frequently. Last thing, this is really key. You'll get instant feedback from me to make sure you're not making costly mistakes in terms of financially and time-wise. I want you to go out and get results on LinkedIn. So that's what I'm going to help you with. You will be free to DM me and we can go back and forth on your strategy to make sure that you are doing an incredible job and you're booking calls consistently. And you'll never waste another second on ineffective strategies. That's why having me in there, getting you access to me is so important. All this for just $297 a month. And we're going to do 50% off for the first 50. So I would really recommend you to get in now to not waste your time. Every single second you waste is another second your competition is signing your clients that you should be getting on LinkedIn. Get into LinkedIn Client Lab, learn the strategies, go out, execute on the strategies, hit 25K a month here within a couple months. I made it as easy as possible for you. All right. So that's the strategy behind 25K plus a month on LinkedIn. I've been able to do this consistently over the past year, but I've been on LinkedIn for the past 4 years and I've mastered these strategies. Since 2012 for the last 13 years, all these client acquisition strategies. All right. I will see you inside of LinkedIn Client Lab. See you later.